Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine if you are new here. If you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So, on this channel, I talk heavily about the health, the poor health of Black women, just how this stuff is really harming us just not taking care of our bodies, not prioritizing our health, making excuses for why we are overweight, why we are obese. Like, it does not make me feel good to even just have to talk about this stuff, but it needs to be talked about because it's a problem. It is unaliving us, severely harming us, affecting our children and the generations to come because of our poor choices. And it's something that we have learned growing up from our mothers, our aunties, our grandmoms. Like, we don't have a good hold over our health and our fitness journeys. I don't want to disqualify the fact that there are a lot of women who are starting to, take care of their health and get in the gym and run clubs and gym clubs, all the things that I love to see, especially for women of color because of, how we have the issues that we face with our health. But unfortunately, there's still a large majority, who continue to fight against health, make excuses for our obesity rates, find any way to be the victim, try to find a way to make it seem as though we're not big because of our choices. We're just big because that's just how we were born. We just are born this way. We're prone to be fat, as if we don't have a choice, right? We grow up and we do what our parents, teach us to do. And for a lot of us, it is the wrong teaching. But at some point, when you're trying to fight to make excuses for what you're doing, you have to learn and recognize what I learned. Was it right? I'm now my own person. Now I can shop for myself. I can buy my own food. I see my body. I see what's happening. I've been to the doctors and it's a problem. Okay. So today I'm going to share this clip with you guys of this woman who is I'm going to just say a fat advocate. That's kind of how I see it. She went super viral a couple months ago with her and Cardi B going back and forth about Cardi B not selling plus size clothing bigger than 3X, Cardi B called her fans fat, and she had a big problem with that, and it just caused a whole commotion. And I believe at that time she took a break from social media because of all the backlash she was receiving from women who were not obese or overweight, but also from women who were. So she's back, and this is a clip that she shared, a video that she shared, and I want to show you guys, and we're gonna come back and talk about it.
Why is there diet culture on the parking meters? Why do we have on the parking meters, sometimes I diet, don't feed me on the following holidays? Why are we promoting fat phobia and diet culture even on the parking meters in LA? It gets to a point. It really does get to a point. This is an issue and this needs to be fixed. West Hollywood, this is actually disgusting.
So she has a problem with the meter promoting diet culture. Why are we promoting diet culture? Why are we trying to tell people not to eat? First of all, it's a metaphor, right? We know that the meter takes money, you feed it, and it gives you more and more and more. But obviously during the holiday times for people who celebrate, most people do. But during the holidays, they typically don't make you pay. I've seen it myself where you just get to go free and you can just, it's like something they do in most cities, maybe big cities, and she's in LA. They do it in my city. So it's like everybody knows that. And it's not like this whole big thing. But when you are a victim, you will find any way to try to have a problem with people promoting change. This woman makes it her business to go around to businesses and trying to figure out why they don't sell a certain size clothing.
Hi. I was having trouble finding the plus size activewear.
We don't have it.
Oh, nope.
All the activewear is here, but we don't have the plus sizes.
Okay. Are there just like no plus sizes at all at this Macy's?
Yes. Even the clothing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see if we can order it for you.
I need it for this weekend. I'm doing a 5K. I just came from Fabletics and they didn't have anything either. Yeah. It's okay. I'll just keep looking. Thank you.
Yeah, they took out the plus sizes.
I don't know why they did that.
Even the gowns and everything.
As if we don't wear dresses. Thank you.
Like, why is it their problem? Because you choose to stay overweight and obese. That's their problem. And this is the wildest argument to even have, that you're mad that they're promoting diet culture. Now, what if they were? If it is really about, let's really think about it in a more, let's go deeper. What if they were? What's the problem with saying, let's diet, let's take better care of our health? Oh, ultimately, that is the point. There's no different than saying, say no to drugs, that have safe sex. Let's promote healthiness. But she's mad we're promoting diet culture. And of course, there are people who are also just like, what is going on? Like, enough is enough. And here's a video from a woman who was very much over 300 pounds, from her perspective, how she took that video.
Is there diet culture on the parking meters? Why do we have on the parking meter, sometimes I diet, don't feed me on the...
You guys are bored, huh? You guys don't have any real problems, huh? I'm gonna give a little bit of a unique perspective on this as somebody who used to weigh 300 pounds and used to be president of the victim club. Now being on the other side of it, it's very, very, very hard to imagine being back in that mindset of being a professional victim. Being in that mindset when I was 300 pounds kept me 300 pounds. Always looking for ways that everyone else was to blame. Everybody else was a trigger, a distraction, except myself, kept me 300 pounds. One day I woke up and I decided, wait, I'm in the driver's seat of my own life. If I don't like something, I can change it. What I'm not changing, I'm choosing. And I looked in the mirror and I did not like what I was choosing, so I changed it. When you flip your mindset and instead of saying, oh, it's everybody else, the system, da 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 da, everything else is the reason why I can't, and instead you realize I'm in the driver's seat, I make my own choices. Other things can be true, right? Like, our food system is fucked. The convenience culture is crazy, makes it really difficult to get adequate exercise. But, oh wait, I get to choose all these things. I get to choose to get up and go for a walk on my lunch break instead of ordering DoorDash. I get to choose to pack a lunch to bring to work instead of going to the company pizza party. Whatever it is, you get to choose those things. It's a little bit harder, but at the end of the day, you get to choose it. It's so much easier to be in the mindset of someone like this creator who is literally walking through the world with blinders on, looking for reasons to be offended, looking for reasons to support their agenda that the world is rigged against them and body shaming and fat phobia is everywhere. It's not. The term fat phobia blows my mind, because to have a phobia of something is to be irrationally afraid of it. So it doesn't even make sense. But let's pretend that it does make sense to be scared of fat people. I don't think anybody's scared of fat people. I think people are maybe scared of being fat. And that's a pretty logical fear to me. Being fat is fucking hard.
I love the fact that this woman owned that she was a victim. Because when you are a victim, you will take any and everything personal. You will make an excuse for any and everything that makes you, that doesn't feel right to you, because it's triggering you. You know you big. You know dieting is triggering for you. You don't like that word. It makes you uncomfortable. So what else do? You find a way to make it somebody else's fault. And as she said, when you get out of that mindset, your whole perspective changes. And that's what anything in life. Whenever you stop being a victim, things will start to move differently and look different. Like, it would be like you got a whole, like you put a pair of glasses on, you can finally see clearly when you are no longer a victim. But that victim mentality, y'all, is so, it's so wild. It is so wild. But to have someone who can see, like, I don't want to be back in that position, because that was a dangerous place to be in, because I kept myself stuck. I enabled myself. I made excuses for myself. And that's what she's doing. So to have someone who can see like this is not right. Like, I don't care. I don't care how we slice and dice it. You're going too far with trying to find a way to complain. But of course, what did she do? She tried to find a way to make it make sense. And here's a clip of that, and let's come back and talk about it.
The parking meter, let's talk about it. But actually, let's read about it. Now, I am not giving these recommendations for anybody who is determined to be dense and misunderstand anything that I am saying. I am recommending these books to people who genuinely would like to unlearn fat phobia and diet culture. And if that sounds like you, I really do recommend starting with Fearing the Black Body by Sabrina Strings. It talks about the racial origins of fat phobia. Yes, racism and fat phobia do intersect, as everything does.
So what she does is, y'all, she shares all these books, and it's the books around the diet of the body of a Black woman and the slavery and just all these things. Again, I'm just like, so should we just start promoting everything bad? Should we start telling people stop promoting saying no to drugs? Should we be offended? Should a drug addict be offended if you promote say no to drugs? Should a doctor be offended if you're saying have safe sex? What are we doing at this point? And of course, many people are also feeling the same way that I'm feeling. And here's a clip of that, and let's come back and talk about it.
Why is there diet culture on the parking meters?
Why is there diet culture on the parking meters? Viewer discretion is advised.
Why do we have on the parking meter, sometimes I diet, don't feed me on the following holidays? Why are we promoting fat phobia and diet culture even on the parking meters in LA?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much more of this shit I can actually take. I really don't know. You know how difficult and painful it must be to wake up every day and try to find things to be offended by? To find reasons why you're upset. Like to find reasons why the world is targeting you. Because there's no way you parked there, you walked up to it and said, wait a minute, fat phobia on a parking meter? How dare they?
You never heard the saying, feed the meter? You never heard the saying, feed the meter? And you don't have to do it on the holiday. You never heard the saying, feed the meter? Bitch, what the fuck does feeding the meter or paying the meter has to do with your ass? For someone who boasts that they're so much in love with themselves and they love how they look and they love their weight and they love their plus size, you sure to hell feel attacked by every little thing. People talking shit shouldn't bother you. Little quotes like that shouldn't bother you. You should be able to get a good laugh at it and keep it moving. You know how many times people call me a twig?
I'm gonna say this as the skinny, raggedy bitch y'all will probably call me in the comments, but I just saw another video of Samira complaining about a parking meter and diet culture. Shorty, I'm gonna say it because nobody else say it. I ain't heard them say it yet. Just lose the fucking weight. Just lose it, okay? You are not content with being a big girl, and that's okay. We're not gonna clock you if you lose weight. Just do it. You going outside complaining about everything that has to do with being big and eating because that's all you think about is how big you are and how much you eat. Stop doing it. If you don't like it, stop. If you don't like being a big baddie, don't be a big baddie. Because right now, you annoying the fuck out of everybody. You annoying the fuck out of the other big bad bitches. I'm sick of it. Now, I will admit, sometimes she does have good points. But this is getting out of hand. A parking meter telling you not to put too many coins in it? You're fucking insane. Just lose the weight. We won't hate you. It's okay.
Why is there diet culture on the parking meters? Why do we have on the parking meter, sometimes I diet, don't feed me on the following holidays? Why are we promoting fat phobia and diet culture even on the parking meters?
It gets to a point, bro. It gets to a point, and I'm thinking, nah, she just trolling, she rage baiting for real. Then I looked at her next video.
The parking meter, let's talk about it. But actually, let's read about it. Now, I am not giving these recommendations for anybody who is determined to be dense and misunderstand anything that I am saying. I am recommending these books to people who genuinely would like to unlearn fat phobia and diet culture.
And you got them folks in the comments talking about some just buy the books. If you want to know what she talking about, buy the books, buy the books, buy the books. Bro, it's a fucking parking meter. It's telling you in a quirky little way, you don't need to feed the meter. Are we going to start demonizing the word feed too?
Maybe I don't truly understand what fat phobia is. Maybe I don't truly know what it is to push diet culture or promote diet culture. But when I see a joke on a meter, and we usually say, feed the meter, I'm going to feed the meter. Oh, don't forget to feed the meter. And then on a meter, they decide to get creative and say, hey, sometimes I diet. Don't feed me on these holidays because I don't want you to feed the meter. I genuinely do not see the issue. But if someone could make it very clear, because people are like, oh, it's because fat phobia and diet culture is so normalized. It's a play on words. And I do not believe that that's what that was. But hey, there might be somebody out there that's closer to it and understands it better that can explain how that is fat phobia.
I mean, at this point, black women, we really just want to stay big. We want to stay at the bottom. We want to just sit on here and just do this.
What y'all got going on today? I would talk, y'all.
That's it. Just be big. Eat. Unhealthy. Make excuses. Be the victim. Because this is not even about just being big and this is how you think. No, this is just when you have a victim mentality, your whole identity is a victim. Then you think like this. You don't get to see it this way. As I said, her original situation with Cardi B, there were plus size women who said, I don't agree with her. She's doing the most. She's doing a bit too much for me. Just because we big don't mean we all think like that, which I appreciate because you don't have to be, you big. I'm not trying to sit here and tell everybody that I'm healthy. And that's the problem, that you big, you out of shape, these are there are issues that you might face, just your quality of life, but you're gonna sit there and make it seem as though everything's fine. The definition of delusional. That you feel it every day, but you're gonna sit there and be like, why are we promoting dieting? What has the world come to? The world is looking at what's happening. Gluttony is a sin. Just eating yourself, eating, stuffing your face, not having a healthy relationship with food is a big problem with us. Because again, we promote, we got to go out to dinner, we got to eat this, mukbangs here, seafood boils here, just overeating. And then our excuse is, oh, well, we got PCOS, we got fibroids, we got endometriosis. That's not the majority. No, we're big because we overeat, period. We consume liquor way too much. Way too much. We don't have any vegetables in our diet. We don't have any fruit. Every time you come home from work, you got to take a sip of a drink, which has tons of calories in it. So we are big, we are overweight, we have these issues because of our choices by the majority. There are women who, yes, have conditions and factors that can lead to weight gain. Let's not act like that doesn't exist. But by the majority, Black women are not the biggest women in the world because of health conditions. It is our choice and our diet. Period. And when you got somebody who is the champion of the fat community, who wants to just try to enable and keep other people big like her, that's the problem. Because that's all it is. I want to keep people big like me. I got this big platform, trying to make all the big girls think that we all fine and everything's good and we don't have to worry about nothing. But she is harming you. She wants to keep you at the bottom with her to make herself feel better about herself. That's all it is, in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts on this conversation. What do you think about it? Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about it. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.